Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Mini Healer, and the key was provided by developer. This game might look like it's an idle game or a clicker game. It has elements of both, but it's neither of them. You are a healer for a party of adventurers, and you're supposed to heal them while they fight bosses. Plus, there is a very big tree of upgrades and some customization to the party and a lot of levels to get. So it gets quite deep in terms of optimization your team, but it is not that much in terms of actual gameplay, in terms of fighting. Well, the majority of gameplay will be probably grinding bosses, but then you will spend a lot of time optimizing your team, which is much better element. So I will just show you one fight because there is really no point to grind them while we just analyze it. So yeah, there's a group of bosses here. The stars mean that I already beaten them on higher difficulty. So I'm just gonna go for one fight. I'm gonna fight him on insane. You need level 37 or so. Of course, it's just rough estimation. And my team is 53 level at this point. You can also get additional upgrade here. Make it harder if you want, or you can go for something like, what is it exactly? I think it's information. Yes, it's probably just information. And that's the loot you can get, right? So I'm just gonna go, maybe let's go away of this and once more, right? So I'm just gonna not click any of those. I'm just going to go for the same fight I always do. Should be around 1 minute or less. Now you can use spells that are at the bottom to heal your party or to attack the enemy. You can also buff and debuff. We have heal, longer heal. This is a mass heal. Then we have debuff. It takes away all the buffs from the enemy, and that's healing all the negative statuses on our team. That's siphon life. It's gonna take away life from enemy and give it to one of our heroes, and that's regeneration of mana. We have mana here on the right. So let's say I can cast a heal, and it's gonna heal the team. Right? I can pick this guy here and heal him if I have to, or if I want to. Usually I tend to just overpower my team and let them fight because it's much more efficient than to constantly frantically click, and if you have to frantically click you're probably just too weak. So I just prefer to grind it. Like I would normally click this fight again and I would go for it like 20 times. As you can see, I need 285,000. I'm getting 16,000. So after 10 fights or so, or 12 fights or 11 fights, I would be next level, and so it goes. I would just go restart and so on. So there is really no point to do it. I might show you hard fight maybe, just to show you what's the difference. So let's say if I go for a harder boss they need to kill to unlock the new difficulty. He's level 46 supposedly. I'm not gonna click anything here. I'm just gonna try to kill him. Of course I won't be able to do it because my team is way too weak, even though I'm higher level. You see the damage is already going very highly. They can one-shot probably me or just do a combo. By the way, the game is not responding, but that's just a choke. So yeah, I can try to heal again, throw this life leech, fix the guy here, who can be probably one-shot. I'm pretty sure they even get stronger when one of them dies. So at some point you just start losing your party members and it's over. As you can see, I can't even kill their healer, even though I'm higher level than I should be. But that's not enough. You also have to optimize your team properly. So that just means tons and tons of grinding. And it's gonna take a while. Can't really speed it up. I have to either die or beat them, but I won't be able to beat them, I'm afraid. Maybe I will, but I don't think so. Yeah, they should be weaker now, but they are not. They're actually probably going into some rage. See, my first guy is losing HP like crazy. I'm trying to heal him, but it's not enough. I even have a health regeneration on my team, but that's of course not enough to out heal thousands of damage that are coming my way. They have one guy left, and I'm already almost dead with one guy. Trying to heal, but if he hits me hard, I'm dead. Yeah, this is after probably like 50 fights with bosses before I tried again. So I had this fight before, I always lost. Maybe now I'm stronger because I just grinded. Yeah, see, one guy dead. We might do it actually. Yeah, we might do it. I'll probably go for one more enemy in that case. Maybe let's look at the loot. What you get. Yeah, at least it's on fast animations now. Right, so we got some weapon, might be good, I'm not sure. I'm really going for specific upgrades. I kinda want to have health regeneration, just to grind in a semi-idle way. Right, so this probably unlocks an area. Yeah, we have now bio quarter. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same, right? One guy, first guy, we have to kill everybody to unlock the next boss. Let's see this guy on easy. Is he easy? 48. He should be harder actually than the previous one. He's 2 levels higher. But maybe he's not ridiculous. Let's see. Can I fight him or do I have to grind? Probably have to grind. I mean, so far he's taking damage. And we are taking damage as well. I should probably heal our guy on the bottom, but I won't be able to probably, because my healing is not good enough to just heal 5000 damage taken. Yeah, I'm trying to debuff him, heal our debuffs, and then add more health to everybody. Maybe heal this ranger. He hates this ranger apparently. By the way, I always have the same team, 4 guys. So it's a tank, a berserker, healer, and ranger. And all you can do is try to upgrade them by grinding and switching gear as well. But you have you have the same team all the time. Yeah, it takes forever, kinda. Like it's like probably 3 minutes to kill him if we win. Or I could grind like 6 bosses in the same time, so it's just not worth it. You have to constantly heal frantically, and it still doesn't help that good. I mean, I should be able to kill him actually, because he's on normal difficulty, a bit stronger, but still, if they're on insane, like the previous fight, they are much stronger. So yes, he's high level, but he should be weaker, sort of. That's how I understand it. I should be able to progress, but I can't. I have to go back and grind, probably. So, do I like it? Generally speaking, I do like the element of optimization, which I will show you in a moment. But the fighting like this is extremely repetitive. Like, it's very, very grindy. You can watch a movie and just click a button every 40 seconds or so. Like, if I could fight him without clicking those buttons, I would just click a button every 3 minutes, right? And I would get him killed and level up. Just make sure you remember to click a button every 3 minutes, and after like 5 hours would probably be way stronger and you could progress. But apparently you can just play another game in the meantime or watch a movie, because there's really nothing to do here. Well, I'm here frantically clicking, but if you're strong enough, you just leave it to win on its own. It's sort of like an idle game, but of course you have to repeat it. You have to repeat the fight manually, so you kind of have to keep coming back every few minutes or every something seconds, like 40 seconds, 30 seconds, and click again. So we might actually do it, hopefully. Of course I will go back to grinding in a moment. I mean after the video probably. Yeah, we got him. Like, does it actually give us significant loot? Probably doesn't, right? XP is not bad. We also get masteries for our perks. We got some item. Maybe, yeah, 12 party regeneration. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so I will try now to show you. Yes, this is our setup. So we have 7 slots for gear. Actually now it's 6. What is it? It says relic unique armor. What's a relic? This is relic. I only have 2, and this is a ring. So I guess I have to put it there. I should have higher party regeneration, right? I have 12. Good. Now I can go for craft, and I can add, let's say, upgrade. So of course I'm gonna overall upgrade the item to 5 stars. I can also upgrade a random attribute. Can I do it? Yes. It upgraded maximum health. Good. I can get upgrades, augmentations actually, and this is adding some stuff here, which is useful, I guess. Critical heal chance, that's nice. Maximum health, always good. Yes, I'm gonna regenerate on my own faster. That's good. And we can also use a guy like this and add, let's say, maximum mana, but I don't have any more money anymore. So I'm gonna now, let's see. Yeah, for this stuff I have to use this guy to upgrade. I can also mutate, but that's risky. I can make it weaker. So I upgraded the new item. I have to now go back, close it. So that's our armory. We can sell the stuff, get some money back, of course. Let's see if now I can make the upgrade. Can I? Mutate? No, what I wanted to do, I forgot. I wanted to add this. Yes, maximum mana, why not? Yes, maximum mana, useful, good. So let's go back. Right. So that's the armory. Then we have skill room. Here we upgrade our skills that I use, but I already have my setup fully done. So you have more skills to use, but I just use those that I have here on the bottom. I'm kind of used to them. You can upgrade them up to level 15 apparently. You need specific currency for that. So here it's about skills, and maybe I will leave this for the end because this is the most important and most interesting part. Let's see other stuff. That's Chaos Crystal. You get them from time to time. They can make the difficulty higher, so you can actually add difficulty to a boss, so we can repeat the previous bosses with more difficulty and better loot. That's well, you can buy stuff and get instantly some items, but they will be completely random. So you can do this with money if you have too much money, or you can just fight bosses. What else? That's the trophies. There is actually 197 achievements here. So that's all kinds of stuff, upgrading your skill trees. It's also mastery, how high your mastery goes, and all kinds of enemies that you have to fight in a different way to get, let's say, more experience or more gold, right? So slow upgrades here, but they will eventually stack. There is also this stat tree. I'm just checking if there's something I'm missing, but I'm not sure. Yes, that's the controls. So there is resolution setup, there is sliders, there is some additional things you can click, and working window mode. So that's quite well done. Gameplay wise, you can also speed up the game, reduce screen shakes and stuff like this. It's quite well done actually. It's a lot of stuff to change. Yes, this is the main menu of the game. I always just go out of this for some reason. Yeah, so that's my team, 53 levels, and I'm going to stats. Alright, so here you can check setup of your party members. Offensive and defensive. Yes, that is actually health regen. This is quite good. Yes, we have 27 up to 31 of health regen. This is passive, so that's useful. Then you have a whole list of all kinds of artifacts that we found, like this one. So we can try to find a specific artifact and put it on your team, or you can look for, let's say, this pair of gloves, or let's say an armor like this if you want to, let's say, get higher heal power. So you look for stuff like, okay, this is even better heal power, so probably I need this one instead. And party health regen, useful, dropped by some Midnight Vault entries, so I'll have to go there, probably to the area and fight bosses until it drops. Also you have some runes. I never found what they are, but there is some rune combinations apparently, and that's the most important part of the game. You get 1 point per level, which can improve a skill. Let's say this skill, it adds you all kinds of bonuses, and then you can add additional currency here to use all those additional modifiers. So let's say you get more physical damage from the skill, but also you get additional party-wide physical damage, even percentage physical damage, and even more percentage physical damage. So this is all physical damage, right? If I go to somewhere else, let's say this, that would add tank, block chance, ability to hit with your shield while you block, and then we have additional modifiers connected with it. So again, party physical damage, shield bash damage, so this is directly increasing this skill that we might use. We might upgrade it. It can go up to 3 levels. I have only level 1, so those two are inactive, but I can increase those two. I can get even higher block chance and even higher shield bash damage. So basically that would make our tank more useful. So it's either leveling your team by fighting just by getting this level, or you can also get mastery and then you get points. For instance, if I want to upgrade this, I need 2 mastery points. I have 0. So if I would have 2, I could upgrade it, unlock 105 party maximum health, but to unlock this I would have to actually add points to this, right? So I would have to get 2 levels, upgrade it, and I would have protection aura with all those bonuses and additional bonuses. So this is quite interesting. You can have builds, you can focus on one of the trees. By the way, this is not the whole tree. It goes a bit deeper, right? There's a lot of stuff, a lot of levels to get. I'm not sure if there is a cap, but you can basically get all this stuff here in all 3 skill trees and try to mix and match everything and make some sort of a cookie cutter build. Now, in terms of choosing what we do, we have of course our haven, we have vault entrance, which is just first bosses in the game. Quite easy. I can actually kill the first one on normal. You'll see how easy it is. Let's kill one. Yeah, it's quite easy. Like probably 2 or 3 seconds and he's dead. Right, he's dead. Right, I got almost nothing for it. 600 experience and very low mastery. Actually no loot. But that's how you start, and then of course you climb. So you go through all those bosses. Then you have additional challenge bosses that upgrade your armory. Like it gives you here additional crafting bonuses to your armory. Of course this is quite hard. And that's the area I was at. I was barely able to beat the last boss, as you have to beat the previous one. And now we unlocked new stuff, which is all new bosses, right? They're already like level 49 and so on, so I would have to grind to beat them. And then there is, as you can see, 4 more areas after that, plus the Midnight Zone, where you just fight a group of bosses. I could go there probably. I fought the first group, I could fight another group and get more levels, of course, and stronger party, and so it goes. Normally, if I just grind, it goes like this. I just go somewhere, I pick a guy like this. I try to get more experience in a reasonable time. So let's say this would be 23 seconds, but very little experience. This is actually twice or 3 times as long, but I get 10 times more experience, and I can actually kill him without healing. So this fight will just go on for a minute and I should win. So that's what you do. You grind bosses. Optional, you heal while you do it, or maybe you don't have to, especially if you have good party setup and if you leveled already. And then you just slowly inch your way towards the end goal, if there is an end goal. I think there is. I think there's actually all the bosses on Insane, and maybe some additional challenges after that. Maybe you have to max all your masteries or just get enough kills or something, but generally speaking it's to beat the end boss on highest difficulty. So you would need all those levels, all the gear, everything just put together and be able to fight higher bosses the way I'm fighting this guy. Like just wait a minute and he's dead. So how I normally play it, I just click it every minute and I wait until I'm like 10 levels higher, and then I move forward until I'm still getting experience. I'm grinding. If I'm getting kind of low experience, then I move to next boss and I try to grind there. Of course, if the time is not like 3 minutes, because then it's not worth it. But if I can actually kill the next boss reasonably fast, I just move to the next one. And so it goes from boss to boss, from difficulty to difficulty. So that's the mini healer game. It's around $7, which is not that nice in terms of well, looking at it as if it was an idle game, because if it was an idle game, it would be probably free to play. If it was a clicker game, it would potentially also be free to play. If you find this game on Kongregate, on other sites, then probably it's also free. So on Steam, it's actually $7. And of course, you get what you see. So, well, for me, it's pretty much an idle game to a large extent, kind of badly done because you have to actually click instead of waiting. It would need an idle mode, I think, because otherwise you just click a button, keeping the game in another window while you play, well, probably another game. You could, for instance, play PUBG and then have it in a window, just click it every minute, and so you would slowly grind, but, well, that's not very involving. So I'm not gonna say it's expensive, because, you know, $7 is not expensive for a game generally, but of course you could get another game from a different genre which could be better. And if you just after some sort of clicker or idle game, there is tons of them for free. So, well, it's kind of your decision if you want to support developers because this is more a tip than a purchase. That's how I see it. The game itself is quite fine, especially the builds you make, because I'm really after that. I really like that in games. I like it in games like Fallout 4, I like it in games like Grim Dawn. I'm always after some sort of upgrade, statistics, numbers, progression, all that stuff. So this is very, very well done for a game like this, for a small, kind of primitively looking indie game. This is actually very deep in terms of the optimization. There is lots of stuff to unlock, lots of stuff to change, all those modifiers and numbers quite well presented. Also, you can see what's going on your team, all the information you actually get. You get your stuff, you know what's new, what's old. You can sell specific items. You can also stack up to 300 items. You can see that here you can add difficulty. You can see that your mastery is growing, your experience, how much you need. You also get a bonus if no one dies in your team. So it's well done, I would say. It's well presented, at least. Of course, the combat element, this is exactly like some idle games where that's all you see. You just fight enemy after enemy without even clicking anything, and eventually you have to just upgrade your team and come back, and after lots of trash mobs you fight a boss and then you move to next area, and in some games it's pretty much endless. So that's very, very similar. It's just that you have an option to actually win a fight you wouldn't win otherwise. So you can fight stronger enemy, and because you can heal, you can actually beat him. But that would mean that you have to, keep clicking something. Just it's not very involving really. You just click a couple of buttons and then you win, which otherwise wouldn't happen. Or maybe you win faster if, let's say, you click this and you will do some damage. But overall, I would just move towards grinding, moving to next boss and just beating the game, doing all the achievements, all the stuff. I personally like those games. So this is also another thing that, well, you may not be into this genre. I would say this is an idle game or a clicker game, really, even though it tries to be something else. But for me, it's just one of those. And I like them. I'm not saying that there are anything bad. And also, you get usually tons of gameplay time out of this. For instance, I am playing Realm Grinder for over 10,000 hours. So I absolutely like those games. It's just the fact that they are usually free. So, can I recommend it? As a genre, sure. As a specimen in a genre, absolutely sure. This is a good idle game, it's a good clicker game. It goes very deep in terms of customization. Like when you see stuff like this, well, I'm very happy. I like those numbers. I'm really interested if this would be useful, right? I want to get there. I want to upgrade this. I want to get a point and put it there. Of course, I can't now, but I'm just looking forward. I want to do this. I want to get those upgrades. I want to make as powerful team as possible. So if you like polishing your character from zero to hero, definitely this is what you want. And the gameplay is just typical to the genre, right? Doing this is quite typical. I would just prefer it to be automatic, because then I would just leave it for an hour and then I would move to the next boss instead of just clicking 60 times. It's kind of pointless. But overall, I can recommend it. You just have to be careful with the price. Do you actually want to pay for a game of this genre instead of just playing a free one? But if you do, it is actually quite well done in terms of customization, at least. And it is long because, well, though all those games are long. So if you're looking at gameplay time, it's kind of always worth it, because those games are long. They're even way too long sometimes. But you can't say that it's a game you're gonna beat in a day or two. Definitely not. You have to grind your way to the end. Well, it's not very involving, but still, there are gameplay hours in it, at least to some extent. Definitely you have to optimize, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to beat anything. Level itself probably wouldn't be enough. So the part with optimization is very good. The part with combat is just very, very rudimentary. It's just a endless grind like this. So for fans of the genre, I can recommend it. I'm personally having fun with it. I'm probably gonna keep playing it as well. If you're careful with money, then you might reconsider or wait for sale. But overall, it's a good game. It's just the fact that they are usually free. So it's a bit weird that this is like $7, and I don't even see a discount on it. Maybe there is, but I don't think so. Actually, I can check it. Let's see if it loads. Also, it has a lot of patches, so it's constantly changed. If this game migrated from Kongregate, it's a bit weird because it's now being patched here on Steam, even though it was maybe somewhere else and it's still in early access. So that's a bit weird. Yeah, and the price is full at this point. So yeah, $7. You could get like Deep Sky something. Derelict, I think it's the name. It's a D&D clone. It's actually cheaper than this game. So of course you can get a full game for $7 instead. I mean, it is a full game, but it's a genre that's usually free, so that's a bit weird. But yeah, if you are willing to pay $7, sure. If you get it for less, that's even better. It's absolutely playable. You just need to be aware that this is actually a clicker slash idle game, kinda disguised as something else, but that's what it really is, at least for me. So I guess that will be it. That was Mini Healer. I think you saw most of the gameplay and the depth of the game as well. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm actually gonna give it 7 out of 10. I think the level of depth of the optimization is above standard, so that's well done. And the rest is kind of standard, but yeah, you can actually go quite deep into builds, and that's something I really personally like. So I think it's above average. So that's why 7 out of 10. That was Mini Healer, and I'll see you guys in the next review.